Hey everybody, and welcome back to We the Revolution. Let's go ahead and get started here. Act 1, Day 16. Everyone sort of likes us. I forget where we left off. So this is... Oh yeah, the mayor of Paris wants to talk to us. And we're trying to snoop out some things on him because we think that he paid to try to have us assassinated. Don't recall who this guy is, but we have a choice. There's no more prison anymore. There's only off with his head and let him go. The common folk and our family want him to die. The aristocrats and the revolutionaries want him to live. Alright. Well, who are you, sir? Are you the craftsman Lucas Ardnet? Indeed, sir. The correct term is Monsieur le Juge. I apologize. Yes, Monsieur le Juge. I've been producing cutlery for at least 10 years. Were you aware that there were human bones in your workshop? Not at all, Monsieur le Juge. I only looked for quality. I am not a doctor. What do you mean by quality? That the bones are not fragile or cracked. Okay, so you're making cutlery out of bones then, and so you don't know if they're human or not. You're like, hey, this could be a deer bone or whatever. Betty knows how to use a knife to make sure the bones are intact. You must strangle or drown them. So you must know which bones best suit your needs. Some suit them, some do not, Monsieur le Juge. I usually buy cow bones in the market. Pig bones are worse, but a boar will do. Okay, so have you been murdering people to get their bones to make your cutlery, or did you just happen to buy a bad batch of bones that had human bones in them? It's a very unusual situation. Check out the verdict form, see what happens. If we give him the death penalty, the common folk will absolutely love us. If we acquit him, common folk go down, but, you know, it's been worse. So I guess it's all up to what we think is the truth here. Because either way seems like it's an okay option for us personally. Lucas Ardnet. It probably should be Ardnet and not Ardnet. If I know anything about my French pronunciation. I really don't because I never took French. Let's just call him Lucas. Lucas, a craftsman and a single father of 2 daughters, has been accused of murder and defiling a dead body. The case was brought to our attention thanks to a denunciation made by a fellow citizen. During an evening reception of a doctor of medical sciences, Jean-Jules Gaumont was delighted with the beautifully made tableware. The physician asked the host for the manufacturer's address and visited him the following day in his workshop. When looking at Lucas's samples of cutlery with bone handles, he noticed a cleaver with a long handle that, disturbingly, the physician instantly recognized as human bone. Gaumont bid Edne Lucas farewell and headed to the nearest National Guard station to make a denunciation. During the search, they found bones stored in a shed, sorted by size in wooden boxes. The stench was difficult to bear, even for the most seasoned officers. Why were your bones so gross and smelly? If you bought them at the market, wouldn't they have been cleaned first? The only information revealed during the investigation was that Lucas had bought the bones at a street market from the trader Claudine Plouffe. The doctors brought in from Salpêtrière Hospital prepared a bone inspection report that is attached to the case file. Okay, here it is. The report created by the physicians. The findings near Lucas's workshop have vexed us deeply. We discovered both human and animal bones. Despite our best effort, we were not able to find a complete skeleton. However, the boxes contain 2 jawbones, 2 pelvic pieces, several tibias, and femoral bones of various sizes. We estimate that they belong to 4 or 5 people. Okay. And what questions do we need to ask? Did the defendant confess to the crime? Was his act counter-revolutionary nature? What happened to the craftsman's wife? According to the defendant, what kind of bones does he usually buy in the market? Cow bones. We know the answer to that right off the bat. All right, well let's unlock some questions, shall we? Crime scene, offender's personality, witnesses, and method. Wooden boxes. Father of 2 daughters. Human jawbones. Street market. Wooden boxes. Shed. Cutlery with bone handles. Workshop and reception. There's 1 trap. We have 2 possible mistakes. The workshop is a crime scene. There you go. The father of the 2 daughters, I don't know if that changes anything. Street market? I mean, father of 2 daughters could be the offender's personality. Okay, that did mean something. Reception. Reception is, I think, not involved here. Reception was outside of the case. Human jawbones. Method or crime scene. That sounds like a crime scene thing. Not a crime scene thing? That's a method? Okay. It also sounds like a crime scene. I'm sorry. Street market. Street market could be the crime scene? No. Street market is a method. Wooden boxes in the crime scene. That was a trap, apparently. Okay, I'm sorry, mentor. Please help me. Influence points -2. Shed is the crime scene. Cutlery is a method. And reception did have something to do with it. It's the witness. The witness that was at the reception then came to his house. Okay. Let's see. There's 2 witnesses I can bring in. There's some questions. Are you raising 2 daughters by yourself? Where's your wife, sir? Yes, I am, but sometimes my sister helps me. What happened to their mother? She drowned when my youngest was 2 years old. Where was she buried? Nowhere. The body was never found. He used her to make forks. Well, that's quite a statement there. Quite an accusation. Do the girls attend school? I don't trust schools. They teach nothing of use. What about learning to read and write? Anything that's useful in life, I can teach them myself. Okay. You keep all your bones in the shed. Most of them. Why there, of all places? Bones are best stored where maggots can eat away the flesh and fat. They squeeze through the boards and lay eggs, and then their larvae feast. Maggots are real gluttons. They? Flies. Freak. Are you saying that the bones you bought were still covered in flesh? Yeah, that's the question I have too. Usually, yes. Fresh ones are easier to carve. They're soft and delicate. Why are you not bothered by the stench? On the contrary, the smell represents both life and death. Sometimes at night, I would come to the shed. You're a freaking weirdo. To smell the rotting meat? Decay is a fascinating process. On dead flesh, insects lay eggs that hatch then grow. Life doesn't end, but turns into more life. I like to watch it. Does it give you pleasure? Yes, I guess it's how a gardener feels when he observes his flowers. You know, I mean, that is a weird statement. That's a real weird statement that makes me question your mental faculties, but, you know, there's some people that are in the trades. You know, people that deal with death all the time. You know, funeral home people, like, so, and morticians and people that do forensics work, and they have a relationship with death and decay. And I guess I shouldn't fault you, but you seem a little freaky. You claim to have bought human jawbones at a street market? You didn't know they were human jawbones? I mean, that's a little weirder than like a cow leg. Yes, Monsieur le Juge, I will give you the chance to be honest with me. Whose bones did you store in your shed, and where did you get them? Pardon? I bought them in a street market in the 6th section. How do the vendors store the bones? In wooden boxes like those used for vegetables. They are rather small. A whole human jaw would certainly not fit inside one. Will you not admit your guilt? All I ever wanted was to make beautiful cutlery, beautiful and with a soul. With a soul, sir? What are you doing? Do you believe that killing people and making them into cutlery puts their soul in the cutlery? You sound freaky deaky. I'm I'm not. I mean, if I ask these questions, it's gonna go. I'm leaning more towards off with your head, sir. But let's call in some witnesses. Claudine Plouffe, please. Hello, Claudine. Do you know the accused? Have you ever asked the accused why he needed those bones? Well, I guess, do you know the accused, first of all? Yes, he often came to buy bones from me. Did you sell him animal bones? You can't answer that simple question, madam? Citizen? Animal, yes, but I don't know much about bones. Sometimes I got the feeling there was something strange about what the butcher brought us. As though it's not taken from an animal? I don't know, it's just strange. How frequent were the butcher's deliveries? Not often, once, maybe twice a month. Okay, so now it sounds like the butcher is involved and not this fellow, but let's see. Could he... I mean, if he had a deal with the butcher to bring him human bones, wouldn't he just deal with the butcher directly, or would he go through that lady? I mean, if he was going to set up a weird deal with the butcher to like, hey, murder people and give me their bones, why would you go through a second person that could rat you out? Wouldn't you do that on the, little hush-hush? Let's call him the doctor. How do you recognize a human bone in the workshop? Or please describe Citizen Arnett's behavior during your visit. Now that you asked, Monsieur le Juge, I remember that he was carving something. Did he speak to you or encourage you to buy something? After greeting me, he did not pay that much attention to me. I was fine with that, as I truly loathe high-pressure salesmen. Did you ask any questions? I asked about the price. I don't remember it exactly, but it struck me as low for the delicate precision of his workmanship. And then you saw the human bone? That is correct. I first thought that I imagined it, but I picked it up and turned it over in my hand. Oh. I mean, this is a toughie. This is a toughie because of that woman's statement. I mean, I think he's a weirdo, but I don't know if he's outright murdering people. I think the butcher's doing something weird. So I think I'm actually leaning towards letting this guy off. Which is a weird statement, but let's ask the remaining questions. We'll see where the jury decides. How many bones do you use every month, sir? I'm slow and crafting takes time. Before you begin the carving process, you need to prepare the raw material. First, I soak the bones in sour milk so that... Answer the question. Part of what you found in the shed probably wouldn't be much use. It's not possible to spot the cracks in them immediately. I think those materials would last for no longer than a month. Then what? After using about half of what I have, I'd have to go to the street market for more. Or to the cemetery with a shovel. Do you refuse to admit it? Were you killing people or looking for bones in catacombs? Old bones are not the best carving material. Should we treat that as a confession of murder? What are you talking about? I've not killed anyone. I bought bones at a street market. I'm honestly believing him. This is a weird thing to say, but I'm honestly believing him, so I think we let him go. Who do you sell your merchandise to? Usually to wealthier citizens. My craftsmanship is incredibly detailed. I would even dare to call it art. To hell with that kind of art. Besides, handles made of bone are impressive. Stop before I throw up on the first row. Do you sell a lot of your products? Quite a lot. Enough to live without fear. Once I sold a whole set to an English diplomat. The bones I process are as white as snow, so I easily convinced him it was made of ivory. I earned several times as much as I do when selling to a regular set to French citizens. Should I also add fraud to the list of charges against you? If it stops you talking nonsense about me killing people, I will admit to deceit. Ooh, this case. Did the defendant confess the crime? No. Was his act counter-revolutionary? No. What happened to the craftsman's wife? She drowned, according to him. Well. Achievement unlocked. Elementary. You can't see it, but there's an achievement here on one of that. Was that for getting all the questions right? I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna say he's not guilty, and that's really gonna put a hurt on the common folk, but we can come back from that. Yeah, not guilty. Stamp it up. And Citizen Adnet, next time you see suspicious bones at the street market, make a denunciation. For now, you're free to go. Why? Nothing that we have heard today stands in his favor. The jury says otherwise, sir. The judge has lost his mind. Hey, craftsman, you better stay off them streets, because you ain't fooling us. Check, 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 check. Everything's right. Good job. Influence +1, reputation +1. Common folk -16. Can we just get rid of these notifications, please? I don't need these notifications anymore. Alright, let's see. What's next? Is this the mayor? Are we going to speak with the mayor? Hello, Mr. Mayor?
It is good to finally meet you in person.
I am truly sorry that you had to face such terror.
I'm truly sorry that you paid for it.
If I only knew the bastard behind that despicable crime.
I think it was you, sir. Ooh, look at this. There's so many, we have 7 influence points. So you know what? Let's spend a few. I don't really understand what all this is about, but let's spend a few and see what happens. Let's reveal. Click to reveal. Discover your enemy's attitude towards the subject. Oversensitive. And oversensitive on both. So, assassination, searching for perpetrators. He's pretty withdrawn. If he's withdrawn, we should act with carelessness, humility. Like, I don't understand these options enough. I wish I did. Humility, aggression, manipulation. I mean, the colors match up. So, should you match the colors? Let's see. Withdrawn, manipulation, oversensitive. Only Pacha can help. He's oversensitive to this. Then we should act with... I don't know. This is all different kinds of colors, honestly. Humility. Like, we should humble ourselves in front of him and be like, please, sir, please help us. Carefree. Moral principles must win. I don't know what I'm selecting. I really don't know what I'm selecting. The brothel that we were handing over. Let's talk with, I don't know, humility about that too. Looking for a friend. Bull-headed to this. So let's be aggressive about that. Perfect argument, a strong argument, a perfect argument, a strong argument. Well, I don't know if matching the colors... I mean, these don't have any blues in them, so that's not really matching the colors. These kind of match. So maybe the colors are somewhat important? I don't know. So we should go manipulation, humility, carelessness, humility, aggression. I'm not going to remember that. Manipulation... Yeah, let's see if I can remember that. Let's go for manipulation.
These people prefer to act under the cover of darkness, which you and I also use often to satisfy our mundane needs. The night should remain in the possession of the right people.
I doubt the people you are looking for are here in Paris. They have either escaped or been killed by those who sent them. You'll be chasing ghosts.
Humility, right?
Who else, if not the mayor of this magnificent city, could restore peace and order here? You are the only one who can stop the brutality that I have fallen victim to in the streets.
That's true.
As I have told you before, I feel sorry for you. Though let us leave this to the professionals, as we have more important issues to discuss.
All right, then we went for carefree, or carelessness.
These people are dead. It has already been decided. Nevertheless, instead of killing some random suspects, I would rather get the right people on the first attempt.
Okay, the brothel that we're handing over went back to humility, I think.
I would not ask someone as good as you for help without giving you something in return. Madame Roland made a nice place for herself, Jean, and you will need to get your share of the profits.
Oh, he's real intrigued now. And then aggression.
This alliance is something that we both need. Nobody rejects the judge of the tribunal's outstretched hand. I will not accept your refusal.
I will accept your hand, because this alliance will make a better life for us and all Parisians.
Yes, it will, and I'm taking you down, you jerk face. Come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly, and you, Mr. Pasha, you are indeed the fly. Everyone's a little upset. Oh, because of the jury action, or the trial action. Everyone didn't like that we let that man go. And you're not going to like it, but I'm working on the statue. Because we've said we need to work on the statue. So, statue it is. Oh, it doesn't hurt them that much. I should be using the statue option more often. Yeah, that's minuscule. I was afraid of using the statue option, but it doesn't really damage them too badly. And now this thing. Did we lose? Did we lose this fight? Oh, we got some more bruisers. Oh yeah, we're injured. Everyone works harder when they see that your family is helping. Bruiser is taking over a section, but you're wounded, so you can't do anything. So I'm going to need to send my spy in, hopefully take you out. I cannot? Why can I not? Why can I not put you over here? You can't attack? Okay, so that's bad. Well, maybe my maybe my diplomat can do something? No, we cannot go in there. Like, he just blocked us off. The heck? Alright, so let's think about this. This fervor is very high. You can lower the fervor. You can increase influence and lure. Can I go here? Why can I not go here? Why can I can't go back. Oh, I don't have connections. I can only move one space. I get you. I can't jump that far. That's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. So I need to start heading back that way. So I need to start working on this area. Attitude friendly, attitude neutral, attitude neutral. Let's take over this district. Let's try to head back towards our main territory. Let's try to take over this district. Alright, I don't like that the bruiser's right on top of our main section. That's not something I'm all about. But, I guess that's all we can do, so let's end this. Meeting with the mayor of success. Following Marie-Sylvie Pasha, that must be his wife. This action will be performed the next day, meeting in the gambling den. So I guess this is the one we do. Before we act, David must confirm the nature of the relationship the mayor's daughter, excuse me, the mayor's daughter, not the mayor's wife, the mayor's daughter has with Beatrice Caron. If they are having an affair, oh yeah, so that's the daughter we think may fancy other women. Pasha will be furious if they're having an affair, and you'll need him to make that one mistake we need so much. What is the one mistake we need so much? David's presence should not raise any suspicions. Use diplomacy. Use your guard. Let Rommel handle it. He knows every dark alley in the city. Espionage, force, or diplomacy. I mean, we're not bad guys. I mean, we're doing some bad things sometimes, but we're not bad guys. So let's just go for the old diplomacy route. 80% chance of success. I'll take it. Let's go. Day 17. So I'll probably end the episode, honestly. If we start out in the courtroom. Yep, there we go. White lies. What is that? Your father defended tribunal's honor during a debate at the Cafe Procope, praising its virtues and achievements. People even believed him. Well, thank you, Father. Appreciate you doing that for us. The revolutionaries are like maxed out over here. It's for Papa. We saw our son with Monsieur, and we're invited to dinner or something. I don't know. Who are you? Well, we will. He is Edmund Mala, an undertaker working at the cemetery. What do you have anything to do with those bones? You have anything to do with those bones that were dug up and made into knives? Everyone wants you dead, except the river revolutionaries want you acquitted. Well, we're going to head and end the episode here. Who knows what'll happen on that chessboard, that board game looking piece. I don't really understand it. But thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.